Hey everybody, I'm Jefferson Graham. I'm a tech columnist for USA Today, and I host a tech show on usatoday.com called Talking Tech. And today we are going to do a live edition of the show here at the Taylor Guitars booth. So we're going to do an interview, and then we're going to finish up with a song. The interview guest is not advertised here. He's one of your all-time favorite Taylor artists. I'd like to hear a big NAMM welcome for Jason Mraz.
Hey everyone, what's happening?
All right, so we're going to talk a little tech, a little music.
All right.
And we're going to finish it off with a song.
Great.
Together, the two
like
of
that.
you, the two of us.
The two of me.
The two of us.
Yeah, the duality that I am.
We're going to play a song together for the first time.
Yes.
We've never played music before.
Nope.
That's the beauty of NAMM.
Absolutely.
Right? Anybody can jam.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Music Week, Grammys,
Yep.
NAMM, it's been huge. And a big new music service just came out this week called Beats, so there's a lot of attention to that.
Okay.
So I just want to start off by talking to you about music services.
Okay.
And what you think of the whole notion of your entire catalog and everybody else's catalog is out there.
Well, I think it's great that the music is available, and if someone says, "Hey, check this out," it's easy to find. Whereas, maybe getting to the record store, maybe you'll forget by the time you drive to the record store and get it. So I do like that. And my whole career began because I was always putting my music on the internet available for people to share. And by the time I did my first tour, I had an audience everywhere I went because they had already been listening for months or years online.
So you're one of those rare breeds whose career all came from being online, from online exposure.
Absolutely, because I believe that a career is because you have listeners. You have a community of people that share these, these passions or these themes, the core values that are in the songs. And so, sharing the music is a way for us to share our thoughts.
I don't know if the people out there really comprehend how huge your online following is. I mean, just YouTube alone, it's almost 400 million views.
Wow.
Which is
Crazy.
amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure when you were starting, you'd say, wouldn't it be like amazing if one day I put out a record and it sold 1 million copies?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So what does having that kind of massive following do for you at this point? Do you get 400 million people come to the show?
Sometimes it feels like that, yeah. But it definitely gives us a sense of community everywhere we go. Whether I'm in an airport or I'm actually at the venue, I meet people every single day that have heard the music and have incorporated it into their lives somehow, whether it's at their wedding or, it was a song of friendship. And I like that. It feels like I have a tribe, all around the world that, I can feel at home everywhere I go.
So when you started, where were you posting the music? Was it YouTube or was it more than that?
When I first started, YouTube wasn't available. I had jasonmraz.com, and you could email me directly, and I would send you a CD. That was my version of music on the internet, And then I believe it was MySpace that came up, where I was like, oh, I can just upload these songs immediately after the shows. And I uploaded a version of I'm Yours, actually, which was just a demo. And it took off through MySpace. People would download it or copy it from MySpace. And it became a huge hit before I'd ever even considered putting it on an album.
And I believe I've heard you in other interviews saying that based on that response, that's when you knew there was a song there.
Absolutely. Yeah, I had a gig in Borlänge, Sweden, which was kind of northern Sweden, which is not easy to get to. And I thought, all right, I'll go to this gig and introduce myself. It'll be fun. And there were thousands of people there, and they were singing along. And when I broke into I'm Yours, which hadn't been released yet, more people flooded onto the streets, and it was as if I was singing the Swedish national anthem. They were all arm in arm singing I'm Yours, and we all looked at each other stunned and said, we got to record this song and maybe give it a birthday, put it on the next album. Yeah.
Have you experienced anything like that since?
Not as big as I'm Yours, but before I put out my last record, I had the pleasure of touring around all different size venues, from house concerts to the Sydney Opera House. And I got to play I Won't Give Up and 93 Million Miles and a lot of songs off that album that just came out. And by the end of the tour, similarly, the audiences were singing them. And the songs hadn't been released yet. They were just still in test mode. But I can use, the internet and sharing through YouTube, for example, these live performances to get some feedback. And when I go to a show 3 days later, if that audience is singing along or requesting it, I know that it's connecting.
There's one song, I believe it's called The Woman I Love, that was inspired by tweets.
Well, the video was certainly, it was inspired by tweets. Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Well, we wanted, I loathe making music videos. I don't like to act or lip sync. It's just, I feel weird. And so on this particular video, we asked our fans to just say, what does the woman I love mean to you? And tweet it to us. And then we created a video using all of their concepts, and we inlaid them into the actual footage. So that they could see the exact scene, like running backwards through a hallway. They could see that the fan had actually created this moment for us.
So how did you like that experience?
I loved it. Yeah, it made it less about me, you know. And you know, the new album I'm working on is a collaboration with 4 women. It's less about me, and that's what I love about music, is when I can connect with others and bring this thing to life. I recently heard that cells don't know what to do until they connect and communicate with another cell. And then they understand what their role is. They're like, oh, okay, I know what to do now. And I think an artist is the same way, or a musician is the same way. It's like, okay, I can play this at home and I might be able to connect with the instrument. But if I can connect with another human being on this, it gives the song an entirely new meaning, gives it new life.
Of the social networks, Facebook is going to be 10 next week.
10 years old?
10 years old.
Wow, how about that?
Can you imagine life without Facebook?
I can. I actually don't use Facebook, but I do. I have a very amazing social media wingman that manages my fan site, my Facebook fan site, so that all my blogs get copied there, pictures, all the news goes there. But in my personal life, I signed up probably 10 years ago, and my email box exploded. Like, hey, everybody wants to be friends. I said, I don't have that kind of time. And so I miss out, though, because, you know, my mom and my sister and everyone's having their whole life on Facebook, and I'm not there.
You're not there.
I'm not there.
Is there a social network you're on that you participate in?
I do use Instagram, and I do use Twitter. Those I feel are, and I still use, and my website I created a little social commentary.
A blog.
A blog that we can talk through the comment section on the blog as well. So I do use my phone to send pictures and videos. And
I noticed on your website there's a link to MySpace, and that's MySpace goes back to I'm Yours, but
Yeah.
then it went way down,
Yeah.
and they've been wanting to come back
Now
up.
it's
So
come back
you're
up.
there.
Yeah, and you know, I actually just signed up again to the new MySpace because I needed the app, and I was playing with the radio that you can do, because I saw this surf film, and it was loaded with amazing music, and in the credits, all they gave were MySpace addresses. And I thought, oh, really? How do I do this? So I signed up, and I entered in all the artists, and sure enough, I get to listen to all that music from the surf film. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Okay, so the new MySpace is cool? You like it?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, I like the idea that you could kind of customize a radio station, you know, based on your, you know, couple of favorite tracks.
All right, now you've got your phone there. I'd
Yeah.
love to ask you about some of your favorite go-to apps, or
Okay.
any favorites that maybe some of us haven't heard of.
Okay, well, my favorite comes with the phone, and it's voice memos. And probably all of my songs begin on the voice memos. So anybody that has a recording device on their phone, you've got it in the palm of your hand. My second go-to app is the Guitar Toolkit,
Yeah.
which I'm sure every guitar player uses a version of it. It's got the tuner, you know, it'll even give you some chord tips, whatever instrument you're playing, you can select that instrument from 6 strings to mandolins, banjos, ukuleles, you name it. But really, it's about the tuner for me, because, you know, if you're not in tune, then
Yeah.
you're not in tune. Let's see, what else? I do use SoundCloud occasionally. Pandora's been my main sort of streaming website, an app, because I don't like to be the DJ. I just want to put 1 or 2 things in that I love, and I want to be turned on to new things.
So who are some of the artists on your stations?
I love meditational music. That's my favorite. My friends call it hocus pocus. But my favorite is a woman named Snatam Kaur.
You want to spell that for us?
Snatam Kaur, S-N-A-T-A-M Kaur. She has the most beautiful female voice in all of the land. And she sings in Gurmukhi, which is an Indian dialect, but she also sings in English. And rumor was she was raised with the Grateful Dead, and she's out of Santa Cruz. So.
Okay. How's the Jason Mraz channel on Pandora?
You know, I haven't listened to the Jason Mraz
Really?
channel. Yeah. Because I'm worried that I
You
might
didn't like
come up.
just out of curiosity to see what songs they would pick and who would end up in there?
I've thought about it. I think my girlfriend listens to the Jason Mraz channel when I'm not home. Because we do keep it on in the kitchen. Like, there's always music on in the kitchen through the Pandora
Through
app.
Pandora.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we have a long list of, you know, whether it's Kings of Convenience or Slalom Car or I'm sure Jason Mraz is in there. You know, to various electronic artists and DJs. Is there an effect on my voice
I
right
think
now?
there is a,
Like a
pedal
phaser?
going on. It's a pedal out there someone's playing with.
Okay.
Right?
No.
Turn
Sounds like
off
it's
that
in the
pedal.
Sounds like it's in the vocal. Yeah, so it's always on. But I don't know who would be on the Jason Mraz channel.
How about a playlist? For anyone out there that just sort of straggled in that's not familiar with Jason Mraz.
Okay.
Can we do a top 10 playlist? Doesn't have to even be the hits.
Oh, of my material?
Yeah.
Wow.
What song should be on there?
93 Million Miles should be on there. I guess I'm Yours. You
Has
might
to
want to
be.
put on
Has to
yours
be,
on
yeah.
there. A version of Common Pleasure from Eagles Ballroom. Maybe Live at Java Joe's, a couple of tracks from that. Maybe The Dream Life of Rand McNally and Little You and I. 0% Interest. I would tell you to put Plane and Song for a Friend on the album, on that playlist. I Won't Give Up. Wow. Tonight Not Again. I love that song.
So for those of us who have Spotify or Beats or Rhapsody, let's go make a playlist tonight and have some fun.
Okay.
Now let's talk about music and guitar playing.
Okay.
First of all, there's a guitar with your name on it.
Yes.
I think it might be here in the booth.
It could be.
The
very
Signature
much.
Collection.
Yeah.
Tell us about that guitar.
Well, in 2004, actually 10 years ago, I got my first nylon from Taylor, and Raul Madone played it on my album, Mr. A to Z. And I got it for him to play on the record for this one part, and I was so blown away, and he and I got to tour that year, and he's a very, very gifted guitarist. And we spent the summer together, and he introduced me to acrylic nails and nylon string guitar. And from that summer, I pretty much played nylon constantly. And the next album I put out, We Sing, We Dance, We Steal Things, was written entirely on this nylon string guitar. And through working with Taylor, we decided, you know, we could create a signature guitar together. And I didn't want to change anything about this guitar. So all I did was some little cosmetic work. I put, you know, the zodiac signs around it because I'm really into astrology and hocus pocus. Mm-hmm. And I put my tattoo on it that says "Be Love," and this symbol means be whole in mind, body, and soul. And that's what I try to do every day, something for my mind, something for my body, and something for my soul, and music is definitely a big part of that.
I'm sure that every person in this room is a guitar player, correct? Yeah? So, acrylic nails? You want to talk about acrylic nails?
You know, I used my real nail for years, and it just kept wearing down, and I ended up just using my knuckle, and I was having blood all over the guitar after the shows. And I had a girlfriend of mine that was like, yo, put some acrylic on that. It'll make it tough. And I was like, really? I got to go to the nail salon? And they, you know what? You can't even tell, you know? They put a nice light coat on. You go once a month and you get a fill. I only do it on one hand. I say it's my female hand. I have a little bit longer nails on this side. But, you know, it gives me the ability to have more than one plectrum on one hand to strum and have a, you know, almost a flamenco dynamic, but also go right into picking as well, so.
Who are some of your favorite guitar players?
Raul Madone is one of my favorite guitar players. I grew up in Virginia admiring the Dave Matthews Band. I used to be able to see them at small clubs when I was in high school, and that's really what gave me the vision that I too could do something like this. So he was a very his approach to singer-songwriter through his guitar was very different, and I really admired that.
Speaking of the guitar,
Mhm.
what do you say we pick up 2 guitars right now?
Great.
And now, when you're sitting at home and you put the guitar in your hand,
Yeah.
what do you do? What do you play?
This is my first chord. I always go to this one. I don't know why. I like it smooth. You know Kenny Rankin?
Yeah.
I'm a big Kenny Rankin fan. He was like... Something like that. I haven't warmed up yet today, but...
What if you just lose your phone? It's not going anywhere.
I'm going to tune up.
Okay. While you're tuning, I'm going to do a little Instagram here.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, can we get the crowd screaming as I record this? Well, let's see. We got to go on movie mode, though. Technical difficulties. Movie mode. Okay, everybody, can you give us a big NAMM scream? Come on, everybody. Say hi, Jason.
Yo, what's happening? So I have a lot of pre-show rituals.
Okay, now notice that he's got the iPhone tuner on his knee.
Yeah. And sometimes I just put it right up here.
Now, do you always have the iPhone tuner on stage with you?
No, I do not. I have a guitar tech that brings me freshly tuned guitars. Who might use an iPhone tuner in backstage, I don't know. I'm going to get weird on this tuning. Yeah, so I was going to have a few pre-show rituals. This is an ancient Chinese art of tuning.
What is this tuning that you're doing? He's doing an alternative tuning, guys. And he's promised me that I'm going to be in tune with this alternative tuning, so keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah. So this is a tuning that I found in Korea by a brilliant, brilliant guitar player who may not even be 20 years old yet. His name is Sung Ha Jung, and he has a YouTube channel. And I found him on YouTube playing my songs. And he played them so superbly. And he became my master. I just went to him as often as I could online and tried to figure out his tuning so that I could play my songs the way he was playing my songs.
You contacted him?
And I have since contacted him, and we have played together. We played at the Olympic Park in Seoul, Korea last year in front of who knows how many thousands of people. And it was extraordinary.
So a guy goes on YouTube playing your songs. You see him and says, "Wow, I love the way he's playing."
Yeah.
And now you're tuning the way he does.
Yeah. So, nope, that's not right. Okay, here we go, sorry. So the top 3 strings come down a whole step. But then, when I capo it up on the 4th, we still get the B chord when I play the bottom strings.
Okay, so we're going to play a song that you're really well known for.
Okay.
I love the way that Jason scats. And I thought we'd do a scat instrumental fun version of I'm Yours here today. Should we start from the beginning?
Sure. With a scat at the top.
Yeah.
fella, you done me in your bed, I felt it. I tried to be chill, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks, and now I'm trying to get back. Before the cool done run out, I'll be giving it my best. Isn't nothing gonna stop me but divine intervention. I reckon it's again my turn to win some or learn some, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find love, 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 love. Listen to the music of the moment, people dance and sing. We're just one big family. It's our God intended right to be loved, love, 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 love. So I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm sure there's no need to complicate. Our time is short. This is our fate. I'm yours. You do. Do you want to come on in? Scooch on over closer, dear. So they whoa, whoa. I've been spending way too long checking my tongue in the mirror and bending over backward just to try to see it clearer. But my breath fogged up the glass, so I drew a new face and I laughed. I guess what I'd be saying is there ain't no better reason to rid yourself of vanities and just go with the seasons. It's what we aim to do. Our name is our virtue, so I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours.
Jason Mraz, everybody.
Talking Tech. All right. Hey, what's up? I'm Jason Mraz, and you're watching Talking Tech.
Alrighty.
All right.
Thanks, everybody. Jason will be back.
Jefferson, everyone.
Hey.
Yeah, dude. Thank you.
Back at 5, right? You'll be back.
5 o'clock, is that what we're doing?
5 o'clock, he's doing a little concert here.
Yeah.
For more.
Thank you, guys. Enjoy NAMM. Stay hydrated.